more memorable than the games. Hey everybody, photo share and discussion number 78 for what is this? October 19th, 2014. So, welcome everybody. We've got the usual crew of questionable characters here tonight. So we appreciate y'all showing up, all y'all as they say down here in Georgia. Got Frank there in California. Hey Frank.
Hello.
Hi Frank.
We got Raj from staying up late or getting up super early for us, as he often does. So thank you very much, Raj.
My pleasure.
From the continent of India. And we got Wes down in the subtropical forest of Florida.
Hello.
Hey, Wes. There he
Hi,
goes.
Wes.
He's in stereo tonight. He's coming to us. He's so good we need two of them. So appreciate everybody showing in. We got some fair amount of images posted to the group, and we're still looks like some of them are still following the theme of bokeh and fall. I think I've taken a real quick look at some of the images, and I think I can get where a couple of them are matching up to the theme, but we'll have to discuss them more and see. So, hey Joe.
Hey, what's up, man?
Jody.
Hi Joe, long time no see.
Yeah.
Phoenix. So we've got most of the time zones here in America covered, and we got Raj taking us forward 9 hours. So we're good.
I think Rui would be joining. But,
probably.
Just trying to. Yep.
Trying to connect. Yeah. Good. Good. So how's it going, Joe? Doing well?
Oh yeah, it's the Rams won today, so it's a good day.
Okay. Good.
It's
We were just talking about American style football and how Raj is still trying to figure it out, and I said I'm trying to figure it out too.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly. I'm trying to figure out why I spent so much damn money and time and everything into it, man. Oh my god.
Did you go to the game today?
No, the Cardinals are playing in Oakland today, so
Oh, okay.
next week I'll be at the Cardinals-Eagles game, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Last week I was at the Cardinals-Redskins game, so that was another reason why I was there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, it's nice now that you're in Phoenix, you can actually use those season tickets more than what you have been in the past. So.
Oh, man, dude, and I can't even tell you how freaking nice it is out here right now, dude. It's ridiculous, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, here, I'll see if I can show you outside the window here. Let's see if I can show you.
Yeah, look at that.
Can you see the...
Wow.
The green. Yeah. Yep, that's looking pretty good.
I mean, it is choice outside, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes nice.
Pretty good view from right here.
White puffy clouds. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yeah, we
90. What is it? 92 or 91 or something? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. We had a good weekend here. It was a nice fall weekend. Lows in the 50s and highs in the 70s. Nice and clear and dry and very nice. One of the best times of year here is the fall. So.
Let me get a beer. I'm short of beer.
Yeah, there we go. Photography and beer. So got some good images. So anybody get out this last week? I know you haven't, Frank. You didn't get out and shoot. No.
No, I drove around. I went to the Livermore Valley area. We've got a lot of wineries over there, and didn't find anything worth taking.
Okay. All right.
Everything's still green. I think of all the plants I looked at, I saw literally just 2 red ones out of the tens of thousands of vines that I drove by.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Not yet. Maybe in a month or so. We'll be able to see some fall.
Probably closer to Thanksgiving than Halloween, probably, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's we're starting to change here. The mountains of North Georgia are pretty much. I think this weekend might have been peak weekend.
Mm.
we're starting to change here. Typically, all our leaves are gone by Thanksgiving, so the next few weeks are going to start turning and falling off.
Yeah.
But
You know, that's the one bummer. There's no leaves.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There are no leaves. Don't the cactus turn colors or something? Don't the needles fall off? No.
Yeah, the needles will fall off. Yeah, you'd have to go farther north, I think, to
Yeah.
get even a resemblance of what we had in New Mexico.
Yeah, you'd have to go up to almost like Flagstaff area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, up where there's aspen and some hardwood trees. Yeah, yeah. That's and Wes, you don't get much fall color down there, do you?
No, none at all, really.
Yeah, yeah. That's get yeah, no, not really. I guess things probably you probably have a second bloom season. Things are blooming down there pretty much year round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Wes at? What part of the country?
Northern Florida.
Oh, yeah. So he has a similar thing going, except for with minus the cactus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got some cactus around here too, but I don't think they're native.
Yeah. Yeah. Imported. But yeah, so hopefully, well, maybe next week, if I can get out next weekend and it's nice, maybe actually be some more fall color. I got a good image last week, just something randomly falling in my yard, but most of it still haven't changed here yet. So maybe we'll be able to get something. But as Frank displayed last week, you know, you can interpret fall a lot of different ways. So
Yep.
And I think there we go. That's I'll start the screen share. I don't know if you watched last week's Joe, but
I'm sorry.
I'll start the screen share. I'll show some Frank's interpretation of fall.
Wow.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty good, and it's a great shot too. I really like that.
Very
I did
dramatic
see that
shot.
Yeah, an imploding building.
That
Yeah.
is amazing, bro. Tell me about that shot. I'm sorry, Mark.
Oh no, that's fine. That's why I went back to it, because it was a very good shot, and he had it just nailed as far as sharpness, and he got the right moment. So very good.
I'm sorry. Was there a question for me? I just
Joe just
reason
Joe just wanted you to talk a little bit about how you got the shot there of the.
Well, I knew this building was coming down for quite some time. It was built in the 70s over the Hayward Fault, which was one of the reasons why they are tearing it down, because retrofitting it would be cost prohibitive. So there's a hillside right below where I'm standing on a hillside that's just nothing but undeveloped land, and just waited for the whistle to sound. You could hear the explosions going off, and at that point he started taking pictures. I got a series of these, but my camera only does 1 frame a second, so you got to really take a look at what's going on and not just spray and pray.
Yeah.
And so this was the best out of probably the 7 shots that I got total. Everyone else was rattling off maybe 30, 40, 50 shots. So yeah.
It sucks when you're over here, chick, ka-ching, ka-ching, and then you hear this machine gun going off next to you, you know? You know what I'm saying? You're just like, really, guy? Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Having some adequacy issues after that.
Oh no.
Exactly. Yeah, you're kind of like, okay.
Anybody have any camera Viagra?
I know. I have that feeling every time I go to Bosque. Well, I used to go to the Bosque del Apache. You've got so many world-class photographers from all over the world there shooting those birds, and then here the birds take off, and you're all happy. Cling, 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 you know, and then you just hear all over the place these like machine guns, you know, and you're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then you look around and it's like mostly women, and you're like, oh, really? Even she's got a bigger one than me now.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, those people show up there. I mean, with like you said, like the pretty much well, if they're true nature photographers, they got to have probably really fast DSLRs and huge expensive lenses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's the only place that you'll see, big black ones with big white ones off of them. It's
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about now?
Lenses.
But it is, man. It's everywhere you look. You just see the latest and the greatest as far as photography. I mean, it's even better than being at a sports game because you're seeing the big 800s, the big 600s. I mean, the lenses that are just ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, stuff that's $15,000-$20,000 for a lens. Don't they do a
more than that? You see that? I've seen 2 of those Sigma. What are they? 6 to 800s. There's some range like that, and they're like, I believe they're $30,000.
Are they constant like f2.8?
No. 5.6, sometimes f8 or something.
Yeah, they're
Sigma makes a 150 to 600 that's about the size of a keg.
Yeah.
I kid you not. It's huge. It's like 3 feet long.
Yeah, I've only seen 2 of them, and literally.
They're green, I think.
Yeah, they're exactly, and I've seen them down there.
Wow.
And it's just a sight to see. They're humongous. The girth on these things is just.
Yeah, they got to be just huge diameter to maintain to capture the light and get a fast aperture.
Oh yeah, and the tripod that they're attached to. I mean, just the whole thing is impressive. I mean,
yeah.
They make a 1D Mark IV, look just. Like a little medium format or something, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. But those are the people that make their living on that, and it's like buying a delivery truck, if you're a plumber. It's like buying a truck to put your plumbing supplies in. You got to get to the job site.
The 2 people that I seen with them, one was you've probably heard of him, Scott Bourne.
Okay.
That was the time that I met Scott Bourne down there. It was down there, and he had one, and then I forget the other gal's name, but they both didn't own them. They were being lent those lenses from Sigma.
Okay, so they're maybe sponsored or whatever, and they're like, here, take this lens for a week and take lots of good images, and we'll put our name next to it.
Yeah, they were literally just reviewing the lens for Sigma.
Oh wow!
It literally just Sigma saying, here, take this down there, get a few shots, mention our name.
In big games, what Canon does is if you have a Canon body and press credentials, then you can take a Canon lens and shoot your photographs with that lens, and then return it at the end of the game without paying anything, absolutely free. And that's like really good publicity because Canon lenses are visible because of their white color, so they're easily noticeable. So they get a lot of, and they get covered by all cameras and everything. So that's what they do for publicity.
Yeah, they'll do that with big games like the Olympics. They'll have they'll actually have a tent, a large tent, where you can come in and see a sea of 400 2.8s across the board. When you've got your name being used by these big sports photographers, they want to be able to support these guys immediately. So that's what they'll do. They'll set up a support team, bringing in all this equipment, bodies, lenses, accessories, you name it.
Yeah.
So when something fails, or if a guy needs something, here it is. Take whatever you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Well, there you go, Joe. I know you were talking about trying to get a press pass. Who was it who said he could probably get a press pass for you in Phoenix?
Yeah, in Phoenix. Yeah, I'm just, if everything goes right for me, then I'm going to start hitting those kind of connections up.
Yeah.
My situation. so I'm not pursuing anything right now. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was contacted by our favorite redheaded photographer, and hopefully I'll be in on one of his big shoots here, man.
Cool.
Pretty
Very
exciting stuff. If he can make the schedule work for a Monday, which is the day that I have free, then I'll be shooting one of those high dollar Ferraris with him, man. That'll be awesome.
Oh, there you go. That's that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Good
that'll
point.
be cool. I'm hoping to get a 6-foot blonde in there as well, but we'll see. I got to see what his schedule is first for the $1 million Ferrari, and then hopefully I can.
That's what you just call a photo. $1 million Ferrari, 6-foot blonde. That's pretty much it.
Right?
I'll take the blonde.
I was figuring, what would be better than having a
$1 million
6-foot
Ferrari
blonde
is
there.
cheaper.
Yeah, that's true. Frank said $1 million Ferrari is cheaper.
It is cheaper. It is very much cheaper, and
In
less
the long
maintenance.
run.
Less maintenance. Less maintenance.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's true.
That's
Less
yeah.
maintenance.
I can vouch for that because a 5'2" brunette is expensive as all hell. So I can imagine a 6'4" blonde
Yep.
might be.
Yeah, they get more expensive exponentially by the inch.
Yeah.
The price per square is just.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to hell.
See, Mark, that's all you have to do is invite me to a show to just send it off the rails.
Oh, no. Well, that applies directly to high price lenses too. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The bigger the lens, the higher the price. I mean, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost much for a 50 to 250 Canon kit lens, but you bring out that 600 f4, that's
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
I put a link to that green Sigma lens in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
it.
Let's see.
Yeah, that Sigma lens that you shared, that's amazing. It looks like war equipment or something.
Yeah, it's probably designed specifically for wildlife photographers, I would think, right?
That's 200 to 500, 2.8.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
only
looks like-
$26,000.
I think it probably has a 1/4 inch depth of field even at 50 feet.
The thing is massive. When Scott Bourne had it, he had it in the back of his pickup. He couldn't even in the cab. You know what I'm saying? He had all the rest of his gear in the cab, and as we're talking, I'm shaking hands with him when we're talking. We walk around to the back, and he had this huge black case back there. And I knew he had the Sigma because I kind of follow him on Twitter and everything, so I knew he had it. But I was like, oh my God, do you have that right now, right here? And he kind of grinned, and then he opened it up, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
very hard to keep hands above the table on that bad boy. Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
that's
something like that, and it's oh baby.
Let's see specifications. I'm gonna start the screen sharing this because this is obvious. This is okay. There you go. $26,000.
Yeah.
What is the weight? Let's see.
Yeah. What is the weight?
34.5 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
34 point.
It's a beast.
15.67 kilograms seems a lot better.
How many elements does it have? I mean, must be a very complicated.
17 elements, 13 groups.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. And when you put an APS-C size sensor, you get 300 to 755.
And then go
Yeah,
ahead
that's
and
what they do. That's what they do.
get the included teleconverter.
Yeah.
And then it
Yes,
goes
that's
to-
exactly what they do. They put a 2x teleconverter and then they use an APS-C camera to get even closer.
Yeah, but then you got an f5.6.
1500.
Yeah.
You've got a 600 to 1500 5.6 lens, man.
Yeah. It's
That don't
crazy.
get you. Hey, hands above the table on that, man. I don't see anybody's hands right now, man.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see
That's
anybody.
what do they call this thing? The Green Monster? I think I've heard it something like that. Yeah.
That's Hulk whipping his out, and nobody put their hands above the table. Everyone.
Yeah. There you go. There's the included
That's the
teleconverter.
convert.
Yeah.
Sweet. Look at that thing. How much is the teleconverter, Mark?
Oh, it's included. It's
No
included.
charge. It's free. Yeah.
If you don't want it, it's like 25.2. I don't know. I gotta imagine the
This
teleconverter.
version of that teleconverter is specifically matched
It's
for that lens and for that lens only.
Yeah.
Canon's 800mm lens is the same way. You lose that teleconverter and you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the way the product highlights are electronic power zoom, right?
Yeah.
And a built-in
Like we could hand zoom it.
for focal information. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it has an LCD readout on the back.
Yeah.
Tells you your focal length and your zoom and your focusing distance.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you must have one damn good AF system. Because
Yeah.
at 500 millimeters at 2.8, your depth of field is nothing.
Yeah. Well, imagine putting the the teleconverter on it too. I mean, it's going to be it'd be comparable. Yeah. Yeah.
But look at that. I mean, they've got. I like the way at the bottom of my screen, at least, it shows customers also viewed this, and it's like
Yeah.
the Canon 800mm 5.6
That's
at a bargain price of $13,000.
so you could buy that and the 2 to 400 f4 for the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
It's crazy.
With the 1.4 extender,
Yeah.
you know.
Wow.
And at least that 200 to 400's got IS on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's just big money, you know. But yeah,
I think the
wonder how
most
many of the-
reasonably priced one is Sigma 300 to 800 5.6.
Yep.
That's like $8,000. Very
Mm-hmm.
reasonably priced.
Man.
This thing's a bargain. And you know what? It don't even have image stabilization, man.
No.
What the hell's up with that? I mean, if I'm hand holding that bad boy,
You're hand holding that thing. There's something seriously wrong.
Someone show up down there with
Someone stole your
with the
tripod.
Sigma hand holding it. You just see him, you know.
yeah, you know, the last time I was out there shooting a building that was getting blown up and it was falling over, and I was hand holding my big green one. You know, I had a little bit of a crowd around. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's an easy way to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for some reason the cops came and handcuffed me and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, come on, man, get your own lens.
Okay, so we can all dream about the big green.
In any case, I'm
Thing.
having a Guinness Extra Stout in the bottle. Kids, don't do this at home. I am a professional.
Yeah.
Drink yours in a glass. I am a professional.
You know what? I mean, I like big lenses, but what I really dream about are the Zeiss Primes. The latest one is, I think it's called Otus or something. It has a name, and it's 85 millimeter 1.4, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which is
Was it about eight or 10
$4,000.
grand? Or
No,
more
they're
than that?
fine.
$4,000, I
Yeah,
think.
see, it's a bargain. You could get a few of those.
Yeah, really.
Right? I mean, for that price right there, you know.
Well, you could get like 4 of those, and if you glue them together, 4 times 85 is like a 340. You know, you're pretty close.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
You know, you could actually afford, you know, a 1D Mark IV and the lens for that price.
Yeah. That's just crazy money. So you actually wonder how many of them they actually sell, or do they just make a bunch and then loan them out to top photographers for advertising?
I don't know.
Usually go on rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
This is a kind of a lens that they build just to show off.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
it's the equivalent of a Viper for Dodge.
Yeah.
And you may not know this, but when Dodge sells a Viper, they lose money on every single one of those cars.
Yeah.
You're only building it to build up panache, build up the brand. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that's exactly what Sigma had in mind.
Mhm.
They probably, even at 25 grand, probably lose money each time they sell one of those lenses.
It's a
Yeah.
proof of concept, right? It's a proof that, hey, look, we can do this. This is our
Yeah.
top of the line. This is what we can. It's like well, you want to mention a car?
It's an image maker.
A car that was a total loss. I mean, they didn't bring back the Viper. I could get into that whole debate with you. I mean, they do make some money on it. The car that was a loss was that Lexus, that $400,000 Lexus, that
LFA.
yeah. Now that was a ridiculous car. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about something that they just quit making? I mean, it was a proof that, look, we are Lexus, we can do this. Sigma is the same
Yeah.
way,
Mhm.
right? They're a third party maker. In order to even get you to pay attention to them, it's like, okay, look what I can do. This is my big green monster.
Yeah.
You know, it's unbuckling, unzipping, and letting it hit the floor. I mean,
Yeah.
it's impressive, right? You're like, who's
Exactly.
not looking at that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's what it is, you know?
So I wonder what those things rent for. You know, if you're like, okay, I'm going down, I'm going to do some photo. What do you think? $500 a day?
I honestly, the
They
only
were expensive.
the only one that would rent it is Borrow Lenses,
Mhm.
and or Lens Rentals. I'm sorry, Lens Rentals is the only one crazy enough to have one of those and rent it.
Yeah.
I don't think they even have one.
But I'll tell you what.
I literally think the only place you could get it is from Sigma and,
Yeah.
and just lend it to you.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. The Cine lenses, the Hollywood movies on which Hollywood movies are shot, they are all rentals. Hollywood studios don't own those lenses. They are so high in quality, and now it doesn't matter that much. But in the old days when the film used to move physically, 24 frames every second, so very high quality lenses were like really essential. So those lenses were so expensive that even Hollywood studios don't own them. They just rent them and return them. They're like crazy expensive,
Yeah.
and they have their own fireproof cases and insurance and all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those film lenses, yeah, it is stupid money. Stupid.
Yeah.
stupid
It's
money.
probably the same way with these two. You know, you've got to have a name and you've got to have a reputation. Then you can get the lens and use it, and that's how they get their marketing. I mean, to a certain extent. Yeah.
You know, it's like us wanting a Hasselblad. I mean, like you you would have to have some serious justification to even spend, what is it, 15,000? I think is the entry level body on those bad boys, right?
Mm-hmm. And the medium format digitals. Yeah. 15, 20. And they usually go
Yeah,
up to
you can rent them
30,000.
for about $500 a day. $500 to $900 a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
just crazy money.
There's a couple places around the Bay Area that rents them.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That won't be me.
Yeah, man, it is. Yeah, I can't imagine.
What you would need to do, the way to do it would be to get like you and 10 of your closest friends to pay $100, and then you just get it for the day, and then you each shoot it. You know, you go to a place and you just use it, just to say you used it. You know.
What you do is
You need 1,000 of your friends.
you sign up. You sign up for nothing to be like the second or third assistant to a guy that actually owns one of those bad boys, and hopefully you get to use it every once in a
Yeah. Hopefully, when it goes out for a cigarette break, you're like, okay, I got the camera.
while. A
Hurry up,
guy,
he's coming back. Put it back on a tripod.
any photographer that owns any studio that can afford to own one or a couple of those bodies, you know, definitely has their first assistant lined up. Their first assistant's a busy son of a bitch.
Yeah, that is true.
Be, you know, second or third assistant before, you know.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, well, let's get into the screen share, because I've got an image. I did rent that lens, and I took an image and I posted it to the group. So I didn't want to brag,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, you know, really quick, Frank, what Was there any people with big fancy lenses there shooting that building?
Yeah.
This was actually taken with a 200 millimeter lens on my Pentax, which is about 180.
Okay.
Yeah, 180 on a full frame digital. And there were a few guys with big white lenses, nothing like 300s, 400 2.8s, but there were the big compact zooms, like a 200 or 400 type thing, because that's all you really needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't so far away. Yeah.
No, this is like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
I noticed you got enough sharpness in there and stuff where I can see people standing on that one building in front of it.
Yeah.
Were they photographers or just actually with the demolition?
That's the demo crew.
Okay.
That seems awful
No,
close.
you had cops all the way around.
Yeah. Close it off.
It's not actually. It's a good 50 to 75, maybe even 100 yards away.
Okay.
The compression of the lens is just pretty nice.
Well, I bet you they'd love to have that. Well, you said there was other photographers there as well, so that I imagine somebody must have either sold them back some images or
or they hired somebody that goes and is the photographer for the demo company. You know, they're there.
Yeah, that guy probably has got a lot better pictures than I do. The guy sitting on that building.
Yeah. His camera probably went
crunch.
Yeah, I'd be, I'll let Mark do his thing, but I'd be interested to hear what some of you guys thinks about the new cameras that have come out.
Oh yeah, no, we can definitely talk about that. So let's go through the images, and we'll spend some time talking about the cameras because that's always fun. That's for sure. So that was Frank's. There's Wes did the blue bokeh from last week. That's
oh man, yeah.
He got a gold star last week for the theme, foreground and background same color. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good
Yeah,
shot.
it was very nice. With the T4i and the at f5.6 at 300 millimeters. So that's a great example of compressing and blurring the background by using the telephoto. Yeah. That's great color too. That is just a great blue. And you got the exposure on the face is nice, and the blue, yeah, that came out really nice.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few here from Raj, and you have done some theme stuff here, so let's hear about it. You got this. Looks like some beads hanging in a shop or spices or something.
Yep, it's some beads that they were hanging in a shop, and objective was to get bokeh and like nice colors, and there were some nice colors in the shop and lighting and everything. So just focused on this spot metered for the beads, and rest was going to be blurred anyways. I knew that. Yeah. And I'm still not able to get that EXIF thing somehow, but I'll tell you, I was using my Tamron 17 to 52.8, and it was shot at 50 millimeter at 2.8, and I don't remember the shutter speed, but
so you've got the Tamron version of my Sigma. What do you think about that?
It's good. It has issues in focusing in live view mode, but it does a great job if you put it on this optical viewfinder mode. If you put it in that, then it does a good job. And sharpness at 2.8 sharp, it's soft at 2.8, and at 3.5 it gets good. At 4 it gets really good, and then you see quality of glass at 4. You know, you need to be at 4 if you want to get like really good quality.
Yeah.
And you took this at 2.8.
This one is at 2.8.
Yeah.
Did it have, with this shot here, did it have problems focusing?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No.
And what were you what area were you focusing on? This area here?
Yeah, that's the area. Exactly where you're pointing.
Okay. Yeah, you did some nice bokeh in the back, and this is kind of neat here. These this little thread. That's kind of interesting. You got the glow behind that. Yeah, and very colorful. The colors are great.
Yeah, that was the thing. I thought like they might look good in in post production, and I did increase the saturation a little in post,
Okay.
and I made some changes. It was slightly different looking, but I had pretty much this in my mind when I was shooting it.
Okay. Good. Yeah, that's a nice image. Nice color. Yeah.
It has a natural filter look. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just looking at it through Mark's screen share. I'm not looking at the actual image on Flickr page. So I'm not quite seeing the resolution, I'm sure. But it has a nice filter look as far as Mark's screen share right here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it has like a IG type of look to it.
No, it is. It's very nice. I mean, what you're seeing there is pretty close. Yeah. It's nice.
I have to admit, once you notice that red to the left, it's a little distracting.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because that's the part where you enhanced it on the computer in post.
Yeah.
But the basic image is great.
Yeah. This area here is really nice. The green transitioning to the orange. That's a very interesting. For me, that's the most interesting area of the image right there.
It's a real good basic stock image. I mean, that's a desktop background type image. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good.
It is, yeah. It's something that would be great on a desktop, colorful but not too distracting for stuff you're working on. Yeah. Very nice. Thirsty. Okay, so we got some looks like condensation. Oh, nice bokeh in the back. Yeah. Is this the same lens?
Yeah, no, this is a 50mm 1.4 manual lens.
Okay.
And I love this lens. I use it for videos as well, and it's a 1.4 50mm lens. Used it on Nikon, so gives somewhat around 75mm. So like short telephoto kind of appearance. And this was shot at 1.4. And Nikon lenses are kind of sharp. I mean, better than the Tamron, even at 1.4. Like sharpness is there, visible. So it's obviously it's 1.4. It is gonna be soft, but yeah, it did the justice. Like considering the the colors are really nice. Bokeh is like creamy.
Yeah.
So that's a good part.
Yeah. The date on the bottle is very clear. So.
Yeah, but the cap is again soft. So softness had to be there. It's 1.4 I was shooting at. So
yeah, it's a little soft there.
Couldn't get the cap very sharp.
Yeah, but it's interesting, and I like the pattern in the background. I don't. Is this like a towel or something in the background?
Yeah, something was. Yeah,
that's kind of neat. I like that, the lines and stuff in there.
Yeah, those are the walls. The orange color that you see. Those are the walls of the hotel I was staying in, and so everything is blurred. You cannot make out anything.
Yeah. So it's nice, just a pattern of colors in the background. So very nice.
Yeah, it's soft lighting too.
Was it near a window or was it?
It was far. It was just the wall. Yeah, it must. It wasn't. There could be a window. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's nice lighting. It is. Like Frank said, it is very nice lighting. So, yeah. Neat. Very good. And Rui isn't here, but I'm assuming these are from the Kelby photo walk he took in Lisbon last week.
Right.
This is a nice image. Okay, you got bridge in the background. I guess that's a tugboat or a ferry or something there. And
the sky is extremely beautiful.
Yeah, the sky's got some very nice, nice light. Actually, I think he was saying that it was kind of cloudy, so it wasn't real bright sun, so it was kind of partly cloudy, which is great for light.
Yeah. And you can notice off to the right there must have been a little peek through the clouds because you can just see the sun really, really, hitting the top.
Over here, yeah, hitting the pier or the break wall here, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice image. He's got the boat there, some nice color. Everything else is kind of muted. In the background, just kind of blues and whites and kind of grays, and then you've got all the colors in the foreground. So it's a nice.
All right, here's the thing. I've taken a few images of a river, somewhat like that, and I was really confused whether I should convert it into black and white or not, because black and white kind of eliminates a lot of colors, and it eliminates all the colors and a lot of distractions. And at the same time, I kind of feel bad that losing colors from the sky, that's like, that's something interesting that should be there in my view.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I often don't end up converting my photographs into black and white. Let them stay in color. But yeah, at times I feel it's a cheap trick to make your photograph look beautiful. Because even the previous photograph of the beach that you saw, it looks nothing when you convert it into black and white. I often convert my images into black and white just to see, and that entire image is there. Has some character just because of the color. If you convert it into black and white, it's a very boring image. Actually.
Yeah. I mean, not every image is black and white material. That's for sure. I mean, and this is just because of what's in there. I think you would lose a lot by going to black and white on it.
Yeah.
Because of the color, the sharp contrast in color between the boat and this area compared to the rest of the image. You'd lose all of that in black and white.
There's so much gray at the top that the color really helps draw your eye.
It draws it right there. I mean, eye immediately goes here, and then it looks around and sees the other stuff, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, for me, I'd have to disagree. All right. For me, I would strongly disagree. This image is boring to me in color than it would be in black and white. I'll tell you why. The contrast that would pop out in those kind of just very muted clouds, you would see the differences in the cloud layers and stuff just from the different shadows that are naturally there, but you can't quite see those colors. That different blues and all the grays and stuff would just really pop. You know what I'm saying? With black and white. This is a perfect type of scene right here to play around with for just an hour. Just take your ND filters, put them on the front, and just really open up that shutter for a while. Let that water just get buttery. Let the clouds get buttery. Zoom in tighter on that bridge. Let the boat just become something that's blurred out in the foreground. Really zoom in on that bridge. Get that sharpness on that bridge. Make that the focal point. Play around with the boat. Make the boat the focal point, and let the bridge really blur out. This is just a fun scene to totally play around with if you're into like landscapes and stuff. For me.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity here.
This scene is built for black and white. This could be a total art piece. I love the framing of it. I love stuff like that. There's a little too much sky in there for me. I would have cropped that down some, but to play around with that boat, that whatever you would call it, that walkway or whatever going on to the little pier that it's on or something, to play around with that bridge, and it's an amazing scene. I mean, it really.
There's a lot there, yeah. Well, the good thing is you get an image that you like from a composition and whatnot standpoint. It takes all of 10 seconds to convert it to a basic black and white and see what you get. And if you like it, then you can make a copy and play around with it. If you don't like it, you just send it back to color and off you go.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the great thing about digital. I mean, it is. I mean, I love black and white film, but you get a good digital, a well-exposed digital image, you can do a quick conversion to black and white. If you like the overall feel, then you can start tweaking it and go from there.
Yeah, this could have benefited from some, even if it stays color, could have benefited from some really nice, that dreamy, creamy type feel of an ND filter with the 30-second exposure or even a minute exposure with clouds in the water and everything. Oh, this would have been amazing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It would have been an art piece. It would have been seriously an art piece.
Yeah.
Just that easily. It's,
Very interesting. Yeah.
it's a great, but that's the beauty of the craft or the art of photography, man. It can be interpreted so many different ways.
Everybody looks at it differently and sees different opportunities in every scene.
Yeah, it's God. I keep telling that to people. I'm like, opportunities. That's what it is. It's like opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been having that conversation so much lately because you know, there's many photographers here in Phoenix, of course, and you know, I tell the girls that I'm trying to line up here that you know, I would just like the opportunity to shoot you myself and let you see what I see.
Yeah.
You know, and not
because everybody does it different. That
exactly.
is for sure.
So yeah, it's something like this is not necessarily my thing, but something I would do for recreation, like just to take a break from shooting people.
Yep.
And that's an amazing scene. I like that.
Yep. It is. It's a very good one. Lots of opportunity, and that's close by, so he could actually go back to that scene because that's not that far from him. So he'd be able to go back and try it at different times of the year, different light. You know.
Right. That's the key. It'll never be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is the key. So yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's another one from the I'm assuming the same photo walk. Tile, and he's got some nice bokeh going on in the background there. Framing with the focus point being at the front part of the tile, and it kind of blurs off. What's he got? F5.6 at 55. Okay, so it's probably as close focus as you can get, I would think, in order to get that in the back. But
He's using the kit lens.
yeah, I think it is a kit lens.
Wow, that thing really makes like a. I mean, you could almost put a ruler to that line that it makes from the bokeh there, huh?
Yeah, it's like right there. So I wonder what the focus distance was on this. It's probably, my guess is it is probably almost at minimum focus distance at f5.6.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open at 55 millimeters. I mean, that's, yeah. So that's probably a foot away, a foot and a half, I think, is what the distance is.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. But nice pattern, and you know, the lines going through the top of this row, the bottom of here, the top of here, repeating the hooks and everything. So good composition on that. I like that. And the colors are nice too. Very brightly colored. So. But yeah, who needs an f1.4 when you can just get really close and.
Yeah, you know, and really quick, getting back to his last shot there, that's a good opportunity when you have a situation like that to just play around with your tripod. You know, that's definite tripod work too. You know, so you ever wonder why in the heck you spent all that damn money on that tripod and that head? That's
it. Yeah, so you can get a nice shot at whatever 30 seconds and not have to worry about it.
You know, Frank, your shot. Did you shoot that with a tripod? I meant to ask you.
Oh no, that was handheld.
That was handheld. Wow, that's a nice job.
It was pretty fast shutter speed, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I forget what it was.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, if you have a tripod, it gives you lots of opportunities again.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, honey, is this okay? So here we got nice bokeh here, and this this is kind of what you were talking about on Rui's other image. You got the front out of focus, the mid in focus, and the back out of focus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
was this the 1.4?
Yep.
Raj?
That's 50 millimeter 1.4,
Mhm.
and this was the bottle of honey which I bought. I like in the morning I take tea with honey, so this was the bottle, and I just thought let's take the. I mean, this was my room. It was a book. I've kept this thing on a book on my bed.
Mhm.
Put this book and then bottle and just took a picture. That's
Yeah.
it. And then it was looking really nice, so I just turned it. The first photograph was with the label, so I just took the label off the bottle so that we could see the color,
Mhm.
and then I took the picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
I think you can even see. Did it leave some glue on there? Because I think you can see that on the
Yeah.
right side of that bottle there.
yeah.
Yes, some of it is left.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I like about this image, man? It just kind of, to your average person, I guess it would just be, just, you're like, yeah, it's a stupid bottle of honey, right? But
Yep.
what I like about it is the creaminess of that bokeh is just so smooth. You don't even see like circles or nothing all over the place. It's real
Yeah.
nice, and buttery smooth. The foreground's real nice and buttery smooth.
Yeah.
This is another one now. That's your interpretation. I like it. That's another one that I would do in black and white. This could be a total art piece right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was looking nice even in black and white. I tried this one in black and white too, and just apply orange filter with black and white. It looks really nice.
Yeah, just cropped it just a hair tighter, not much,
That's
but
what I was thinking too.
it could be just a total art piece in black and white. Really,
Yeah.
honestly, a nice white mat with a decent black frame around it, and it could just be a total gallery piece, man. Really, I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's just one of those kind of peaceful photos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just,
And what's nice about it in color, and probably be a similar type of thing in black and white, but the transition of colors. You got the white at the front, kind of the cream color here, the gold, and you got a little bit of a goldish light, and then it kind of transitions back to the rest of the image. So you got a nice repeating pattern.
It is. It's very balanced. Like everything matches in it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's I like it, man.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
that's
composition.
therapeutic. I bet you know what this image is. I bet you as therapeutic as the tea with the honey you were drinking.
Yeah.
Right?
I like on this one how you can't really tell the scale of the jar. You don't know if it's only a tiny little thing or it's a quart.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, it looks tiny.
It looks
It's
tiny
so
to me
tiny.
too.
Yeah.
It looks like it's only about 2 inches tall.
Yeah.
Yep, it was that big only.
It's a small one, just a couple ounce bottle.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's a nice. Yeah, that's a very nice image. Yeah, that would be. Once again, yeah. Turn it into black and white. See what you like. See if you like it, and play around with it. But yeah, just very nice. That's a nice lens. I like that 1.4 lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
The histogram is a bit narrowed down. When I downloaded this and opened up in Photoshop, I'm actually looking at it in Photoshop right now. You've got quite a room between the highlights and the edge of your histogram. So if you were to compress that a little bit, it would jack up the contrast, and maybe you wouldn't like it as much because it wouldn't be as soft as this. But I don't know. I kind of like it with the contrast bumped up because it's I guess it's a matter of taste, but I like it better with the contrast normal.
Yeah, I think the contrast. You might be right there, Frank. It would add a little more to that glass.
It does. Well, it would make the highlights in the glass more punchier as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would,
Yeah, I kept the contrast at that level because of the background. The brown thing that you see in the background, the frame,
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of becoming a little more visible with high contrast,
Okay.
and that the creaminess of the bokeh was getting affected.
Yeah.
And so I thought that because bokeh is the theme, so let it be like that. I totally agree that it is under. I mean, the contrast is less than. I mean, it's not up to my taste as well. Even I would like it to have more contrast. The only reason was the background thing, which is
Yeah, when you
becoming a
have to
little
contrast
more
the background, became a
prominent.
little bit more. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Contrast is not up to the mark, even in as per my taste.
Then an answer to that problem would be to select just the jar and
Mhm.
make a an adjustments layer just for the jar and increase the contrast just for the jar alone, and you can leave everything else by its unaltered.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
And that would be a pretty easy selection too. It's not real complicated.
Oh yeah.
You'd be able to nail it pretty close. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that, and once you do that, that would be an amazing black and white.
Yeah. And then once you do that, just turn it into black and white.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I ain't leaving that alone, am I?
No.
You know what?
That's fun.
Because most of what I do, I love black and white.
Yeah.
I love it, and I know Mark does too because he shoots a lot of black and white.
Yeah.
But I think in my mind I can see this in black and white and the contrasty kind of black and white that I like as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the softness of this one too. I
Yeah.
wouldn't change too much about this either.
No, it's a very relaxing image.
It's a relaxing image. That's what I like about it. It's real calm.
And here we got bamboo and
know,
bokeh.
Really, when I'm increasing the contrast, I really see what you're talking about. How the bokeh goes from being creamy to being more defined, and you lose all those subtleties in the background. So
Okay. So what, like the transition from the brown to the green just kind of gets real sharp and.
yeah,
Okay.
I completely agree with why he left it alone.
You know
But
what?
if you just mess around with the levels, you don't mess with the gray tones, the middle tones, and you're just messing with the highlights and the shadow areas. So you can keep your bokeh and then get your contrast as well without messing up with the background.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a good idea. I could do that, and that will add a lot more character to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just tried it, and it does work with
how did you do that?
levels.
How did you do that? I'm sorry. Please come
Well,
again.
in Photoshop, all I did was Control L or Option L if you're using a Mac, and that pops up the levels, and you can see your histogram. And what I'm looking at now is your histogram has a sharp fall off, and you've got quite a bit of room before you hit the edge of your histogram. So I just bring the highlights over,
Okay.
and until it starts to clip a little bit, and then not back it off, and bring the shadows in until it starts. And it doesn't have. It does affect the background a little bit, of course, but you can mess around with that with the middle slider for the shadow or for the midtones. But like you said, if you go into adjustment and you choose brightness and contrast, and all you do is change the contrast, I don't like that at all. I completely agree with you. It messes up with the effect of the bokeh in the background.
Yep.
But yeah, changing the levels works well without messing things up too much.
That's awesome. You know, Mark, this is the beauty of this show that you're doing here. We do a beer show. Everybody knows that. You can't do this with beer.
No, you can't. Hey, that's the title of this show. You can't do this.
with beer.
You can't. It's like, and to me, that's what gets so boring about my show is that it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I mix this with this, and this tastes like this. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And versus with photography, we can post something. You can leave all your XF information in there. Frank can download it from the other side of the globe and just go over it with you. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is exactly. I imagine one of these days you'll be able to do that with a beer. Okay. Right now we can't.
Download the beer.
Yeah.
Increase the IBU.
There you go.
I'm sure at some point you'll be able to. There's some XF data for a live drink or a live whatever that we would make, right? And then you could be like, okay, well, I would have done this with it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Oh no, that's the fun part about photography is you can
It's
once you have that image, you can tweak it a million ways from Sunday,
yeah.
and everyone's a little different. Yeah.
That's the beautiful part of it, though. It's like I can instantly tell you and show you what
Mhm.
I would have done different with your image. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You take it or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is my interpretation of what you saw. What do you think? I mean, it's
Yeah.
just so freaking cool, man. I mean,
Yeah. It is. Yeah. That's the fun part.
you know,
It is the fun part.
it makes it, it just feeds the beast, if you will. And that's why photography is the #1 hobby in the world, the #1 thing that we all do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
even bigger than beer. You believe it or not, it's even bigger than craft beer.
Believe it or
Amazing.
on average, it's the #1 hobby in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's probably increased quite a bit with digital because people can do just this exact same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, what's one of the first things that you buy a phone for? The camera. You know,
Yep.
you're like, it has to have this kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Yeah. Everybody
I'm not
talks about
talking
the camera on the phone. Yeah.
right.
Not the phone. They don't talk about the phone. It's the camera and all the other stuff.
Yeah, my phone actually happens to make phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I can call somebody with it too.
I will do everything I can not to talk to you, but I will, you know what I'm saying? I could if I wanted to, you know.
There's
When
some company that has put.
they don't even tell you the specs on the actual phone call anymore. They're not like, yeah, you know, you talk clearer than you ever have. They don't even give a damn.
Yeah.
You know?
The camera.
Sorry about that, bro. Yeah.
Hey, Rui. Rui, would you mind if I uploaded my version of your photo to the Flickr group?
Oh, yeah. What do you think, Raj? Change?
Sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead, because I was doing the same thing. Please definitely do that. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's so much fun. That I think so. I think that is.
That will be really nice, because one is very inspiring to see your interpretation of that thing, and second, it's definitely a great learning experience. And we do it all the time in the film school, and it would be a great thing, because the way Joe explained the river scene, I could never think of that. Long exposure, go with a tripod, and I also visited a river, similar place, and I was thinking exactly that. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, yeah, I would probably go visit there with a tripod and with an ND filter, and I'll do what you're suggesting. That was a new suggestion. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so fun. And then like, I don't know if you've ever done this trick. Where's my lenses? I don't have my lenses, but you can focus on something, even if you're just going to do that, and you forgot your ND lenses, whatever. There's a nice trick where you zoom, and as you're taking the picture, you slower shutter speed and just like pop it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's freaking badass. Just like zoom real quick or something, and you get like that like tunnel effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much
Yeah.
stuff, man. It's freaking great. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a scene like that, to just play around with it, even this bamboo, you know what I'm saying? You could just, when you're not handheld and you actually have your tripod and you can think about your composition and everything, you can experiment with all this other junk. It's a lot of fun. It's why I always have my tripod with me. It's at least in my vehicle where I can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It opens up just a lot more creative opportunities.
Just so much, and a lot of times I'll have someone with me just to carry my tripod, and they're like, "Dude, you haven't used this thing all day," and I'm like, "I know, I'm sorry, bro."
But you look really good carrying it.
I do that all the time. But the thing of it is if I would have wanted that shot, or at least to try, it's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hate to. I would rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
You not have it. Yeah.
So it's just someone,
And
an old schooler. It as a matter of fact, it was Scott Bourne. Gave me one of these little tips early in my shooting career here, and it's just never left me. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like, yeah, tripod, you know, because you just never know, you know.
Yeah, I don't even, consider a monopod a substitute. It has to be a tripod. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people say like, okay, I'll carry my monopod. But to me, no, even that is not a good substitute. It should be the, tripod thing.
Yeah, the most stable you can
Yep.
get.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the monopod has its uses, but yeah, tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Frank, I saw your edit. It looks amazing. I mean, even the honey has like richer colors, and it looks a lot more delicious, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You cropped it a little bit. And you just played with the levels, right? You didn't select the bottle and do anything.
No, all I did was fooled around with the levels and crop, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep. There's the difference. I mean, they're both great images. Yeah. And this.
No, I think I like the Frank's one a lot more.
It becomes more about the bottle as opposed to everything else.
Yes. It has that. Now you pay more attention. Now you're paying attention exactly to the bottle, to the honey part, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was. The minute he mentioned what he was talking about, I knew it would make that glass just pop.
Yeah, it does. It definitely has a. It is very. It's the star of the image now.
Yeah. If you will move on to the next image, you'll see the black and white which I had. There should be another image now.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, there we go.
That was the black and white which I had done.
Don't you love the internet?
I swear, that's what I'm saying. I love the. Oh, God.
What do you want?
We have 12 time zones here, sharing stuff on the internet and convert, just like within minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
That was the black and white one which I had tried.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I didn't go for it is you see the background that has turned darker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
it's interesting.
The transparency is not there. The honey is not translucent anymore.
Yeah. But what's interesting is that the cap of the bottle is so much more appealing in black and white than color.
Right. And that honey is so easy to fix, bro. And you could keep it transparent like that. It's really easy to fix. For me personally, I liked having a lot more of the background in the image. It felt a little more.
Back here.
Has a little more of that dreamy feeling, that I kind of like, that like art piece kind of feeling.
Yeah.
That I personally liked. But I do like the detail now with the black and white. Gosh, see, there's so much of that little detail in the cap that you couldn't see before.
Yeah, see, it's almost the same. Yours is a little more raw, but I mean, yeah, just the detail in the nubs of the cap at the top here. It's just a big difference.
Yeah.
This one in color, the honey.
Edit.
Yeah. Very cool. But there you go.
So amazing, yeah. So many things you can do with the same
Oh
camera.
man, it's great.
That's why I tell my friends that half my camera is sitting at home. I'm only carrying half the camera. Half of it is at my home.
You're right.
That's exactly it, because I have a lot of models or people that I'm shooting that love to see the back of my camera, and I'm like,
yeah, and that's ridiculous. There's nothing to show you.
Yeah. It's like I haven't touched. This is a raw image, so I haven't even touched a pixel yet.
Yeah. But you've got to make get a good image to begin with before you have the option of being able to do lots of this and still have it come out good. I mean, so that's the important thing.
Garbage in, garbage out. Starts with the capture.
Yeah, you've got to have a good initial capture.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's cool. Those the variations on the theme within 10 minutes. It's great.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just that's the beauty of this show. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? To me,
Yeah,
it just
fun.
keeps it
Yeah,
so
like,
interesting.
everybody sees things differently and interprets things, and you can learn, even if you don't necessarily agree with how they do it, you learn something because of the way things get done, and then you might find a situation where you remember it and you make it part of that image.
Right.
Yeah. So we got bamboo and bokeh.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a
Yeah.
think of a title, so I just titled it.
It's better than
The
stick
old-
and blur, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, you find that like some people post their image online and they're really good at titles. I suck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Jane 01. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people come up with these fantastic titles, and you're like,
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah. Look at my photos. They're all ING_157.
Hey, it's about it's kind of like it's marketing. You gotta have a catchy headline. I mean, it gets more views.
no, it does. You're
Yeah.
absolutely it. And I am not. Well, what do you call that? I'm not good at that. Like, I'm not good at design or coming up with crafty titles. You know.
I have become a little lazy these days, but I've noticed that when you write a line or two about the image in the title, like in the description, just it shouldn't be very long. It should be just a small title. I used to do that before earlier. I have stopped doing it now, but people really enjoy, reading that. Just a one-liner, maximum two-liner.
Just a real quick description of what it is. Yeah.
That actually does a good job.
So this is was this with the what lens was this?
50 millimeter. That
Okay.
is 50 millimeter 1.4.
Okay. All right. This
This was with that.
Yeah.
And I was expecting a good bokeh ball or something, which didn't happen.
up here. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of blew.
This is interesting back here. This is a little too bright up here, but this
Yeah.
part of the image is great. I mean, that's fantastic back here. And this is interesting, placement of the bamboo in here.
Yeah, what I was trying to achieve here is there isn't too much it's not very interesting, and I was trying to make it interesting with different compositions, and I kept on trying it. I took like 40-50 photographs of this thing, trying to get something out of it, and this was I got a lot of average shots, and it's one of the average shots. I didn't get anything very interesting though.
Yeah. Well, this is.
I run into that a lot, as we all do, I'm sure. And then you start wondering, is it me? Am I just, just not on the ball today? Do I just suck, or am I just missing something here, or is it just not an interesting subject matter? And most of the time, I put the onus on myself that there's got to be something here. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
a lot of
that's why
times just,
shooting in a
just in
group.
an environment that's just not photogenic, or just the light's not right, or just something's not working because of the environment. Nothing to do with you or
Yeah.
your creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. That's why shooting in a group and like having discussions like these, and going through Flickr photographs of others. These things really help you in getting some ideas for creativity, and like you can pick up something from someone's photograph and then take it and make it your own. And
Yep. And that's, you just pick up
That
a little
really
bit here, a little bit there, and you might not use it for a while, but you might be in a situation all of a sudden something clicks, and you're like, hey, somebody did it this way with a similar type of image. You're able to take it and make something out of it.
Well, the thing to listen to when I take a bad picture, because it's just not. Maybe I done it, or technically I done it very well, but it's just still a ho-hum snapshot. I learned that I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I should be looking for something different than this next time.
Yeah.
If one bamboo pole didn't work this time, maybe 3 using the rule of threes. Maybe using 3 next time would be a better option, even under the exact same lighting conditions, with exactly the same perspective.
Yeah. You can learn something from every image you take. You know.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, you might never post it, but you can look at it and go, well, what was wrong about that? And then actually think about it and come up with something and store it away in a little memory bank and use it later.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I don't hesitate in posting things which did not go very well.
Yeah. Because there's always something to learn. Yeah, there's always something to learn.
Yeah.
Now this is a very interesting image. I love the colors on here, and it's definitely a motion shot. You were moving pretty fast, it looks like.
Yeah, I was inside the train, and this is taken from the window of the train, and we had this storm called Hudhud that hit what you call western coast of India, and it was significant. Like 5 people lost their lives, so it was significant. And I was not near the coastal area, but I was traveling in a train, and the effect was hundreds of kilometers from the coastal areas as well. So the sky that you see, that's real. And because it was a long exposure, I got this color. It was much darker, and it was the evening time, so the colors are like orange color is there. But because of the long exposure, I got this thing.
What was your shutter speed?
I'm sorry? Shutter speed. Hang on, I'll tell you the exact shutter speed.
Yeah, I was looking on the EXIF, I just don't see it.
Yeah, EXIF, for some reasons I just don't get EXIF. I'll have to research it and add it. The shutter speed was 30 seconds.
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, that is long.
That's a 30-second exposure, ISO 200, 32 millimeters, f2.8. So that is the other Tamron lens.
Okay, and you have the lens right up against the glass of the window, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Avoid as many reflections as you could. Yeah.
That's really cool. The colors are wonderful. You go the red and the green, which are nice opposite color. They're not opposite of it. Contrasting colors or complementary colors?
Complementary, I think. Yeah.
Well, anyways, red and green goes really well. And so it goes from warm to cool and then warm again. And then you have this really interesting streak going across, whether it looks like a comet or something.
Yeah, and the red color on the tracks, I just can't figure out what are these lights. And there might be a reflection of that red, I don't know what are these.
Is it reflection of the lights on the train itself going down? Yeah, you want...
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
It's cool. This is a good example of an image that just has to be color.
Yeah.
It just has.
This would probably suck in black and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me try to.
I don't know that it would suck because there's a lot of stuff happening.
It's nice in color.
It's all about the color. This is an image of color.
Right.
Yeah. Color is why this image should be taken.
Right.
Well, it loses everything in black and white. It doesn't look good. I tried it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I mean, maybe you would agree, but black and white, it's all about texture, pattern, tonality. It's everything but obviously than color. It's all about patterns and texture and structure and form and shape.
Yeah.
Contrast. Yeah.
Yeah. Contrast. Absolutely. Like clouds, absolutely just can bang out of your skull with contrast and shadows and texture. Clouds have all that, but yeah, you could do this black and white and you could do a decent job of it, but it ain't gonna punch like it does in color. I mean, this is an example of, you can work some miracles with black and white, but this has to be color. It just has to be.
Yeah, especially with the colors that are in it. I mean, the red and the green, that just makes the image. Yeah. That's very.
Roger, did you have this on a tripod to hand hold it, or up against the window, or how did you do that?
Yeah, I put it. It wasn't on a tripod, but there was enough space to put my camera in the window area,
Oh,
and I mean the lens area, the lens portion, and I put it on a box. We were carrying some stuff, so I put it on a box. So I created a tripod kind of situation. It was not handheld.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the lens was on the window part. There was enough place to put the lens, and I just stuck the lens like completely and covered the corner so that there is nothing coming from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dark enough already. That's why it like at ISO 200 I had to take a 30-second exposure, and I think only this street light or whatever, that line of light is the only thing which is overexposed. Everything else was properly exposed.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Yeah.
And one of the things that I find interesting about this shot is as you look at the light, the further away the light sources get from the lens, the more they become less streaking or more of a pinpoint. So the city lights way in the background still look circular, but the lights up front by the tracks and everything are obviously
These lights here.
streaked across the frame.
Yeah, where these are more pinpoint. Yeah. Interesting. It must be. It's probably something to do with the physics and the warping of the time-space continuum as he was going down the track. Relativity theory.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Einstein could explain it to us, I'm sure.
Einstein.
Yeah, where's Doc Brown when you need him?
Yeah. Very cool. That's a nice one. There we go. Speaking of color, wow.
yeah.
This is so. This is Homecoming, Wes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like your eyes even have to get adjusted to that.
Yeah. It's like whoa.
It's like you go from that. I mean, that was also a colorful image. You go from this nice, dreamy kind of blurred out effect to just sharp color in your face. Like,
Yeah.
cool, man.
I'm just looking. How did you get rid of the
How
rope?
did she jump so high? And
Yeah.
He was holding her above his head.
Yeah. That's very cool. And then this is great. You have the stop.
Yeah.
Stop. And the crosswalk. And then the.
Yeah, the combination of that orange, on all the shirts and then on the stop sign,
Yeah.
it's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
It's not exact, but it's close enough where
Yeah.
it works.
is she tied to something or not?
Yeah, she's just hanging around.
Yeah, she's just. I like
How
the
is
way
she
you
doing that? Like, was she standing on his shoulders or something?
He was holding her with his hands
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, and then she jumped.
And then he pushed her
Your
up.
timing is perfect because it looks like she is jumping off, not definitely not off his hands for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Like she bounced off a trampoline and he pulled the trampoline out just in time so he could. Yeah.
Yeah, he caught her on the down part of her jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, good timing.
The shutter
Yeah.
speed was a little too fast. I would like her to be a little more blurry, but
Yeah. 200th. Yeah.
probably should have been like 125th. But that was the image I had in mind for this month's theme, so that's what I
Okay.
did.
Her fall.
Wow. Yeah.
And she's a
Nice.
brave kid, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get started on that conversation. There's a ton of cheerleaders that get hurt insanely badly every year, man.
Oh yeah. Cheerleading is
Yeah.
like the most dangerous sport out there. Really.
Exactly.
It is one of them. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen on YouTube. I've seen that compilation of cheerleader fall, and
Mhm.
some of it is so painful, and
Yeah.
you cringe just by looking at the video. It's like
Yeah.
they and they take so many leap of faith, and I don't know what all things they call. Like they don't even look at where they're jumping, and somebody
I have
drops them.
2 feet. They're perfectly fine staying on the ground. I don't need anybody to make them
Yeah.
leave the ground. You know.
Yeah, you don't see big guys like me doing any dumb things like this. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
It just don't happen.
More than once.
Hey, Mark, I've got to bail. I'll see you guys next time, brother.
All right. Thanks for
All
joining in,
right.
Joe. See you, man.
Hey, Joe.
You,
Good seeing you.
Joe.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great image, Wes. I love the colors, and I like the little girl here He's walking. You know, she's got such purpose walking there. Yeah, it's a neat thing. You got orange. You got a little triangle of orange. You got the two girls, her in the middle. Yeah, it came out very nice. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, good timing, because if that thing happened just a couple seconds earlier, that pole would have been right behind them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I have another one with another girl where they're in front of the subway, and it just doesn't look as good as this. So.
Yeah. This is yeah. Sign's still there, but it's not. It's just in the background. I mean, it doesn't enter into really the eye looking at the image really. So,
yeah.
Nice. Here's my my attempt at macro bokeh. This was a little mushroom fungus or something that was stuck in the yard. So I kind of cleaned out the front area, grass, and got the my 50 to 250, 55 to 250 lens, put it on the tripod, zoomed in. I think it was just 215 millimeter, something like that. Yeah, 214. And it's wide open at that, 5.6. And then I put I had to place the pine cone in the background because there wasn't anything in the background that would have been good from a bokeh standpoint. So
it's a nice addition. It tells the story. You're under a tree, obviously.
Yeah, that's the
pine tree, no doubt.
Front yard, yeah. So, and I focused. I think the focus point was right here on the front part, and you can see. I mean, it's a little depth of field isn't fantastic here. 5.6. I was about 3 feet away. That's about the minimum focusing distance for this lens. Yeah. So.
I still don't trust autofocus of cameras. The contrast-based thing that they do. Mm-hmm. I still prefer manual focusing as much as possible.
This one was essentially, I couldn't get it any. This was as close as I could get that I could. I tried manual focus too, but this was right an inch or two one way or the other, and I couldn't focus on that. So it just. But yeah, I mean it's right there. And I did try manual focus, and the autofocus with the 1 point right there got it pretty much the same. But this would have been better with a true macro lens, but I don't have one, so.
Yeah.
No, it's a great image actually.
Yeah, I like the color.
Stack some images with this lens.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could do some focus stacking on it. Do like three or four shots, focus on different parts of the mushroom, and then stack them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would get the whole. I would be able to increase the depth of field, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I went out there today. I took this on Thursday, and I went out today, and the top of the mushroom was gone. So something ate it last night. It was there yesterday, but it wasn't there this morning. So something ate it. We've got lots of rabbits and squirrels and stuff running around, so I'm sure they found it. But that's about as good as I can do for bokeh this month, I think. I'll have to go back. I have to find something. Maybe with the 55, I might be able to get a little bit better with the 55. But,
yeah, next time I'll be trying something with the 5.6 or higher aperture.
Mm-hmm.
Because this time I cheated. I went with like very wide aperture, and it's very easy to get bokeh with that. Both my lenses were like 2.8 and 1.4, so that's kind of cheating. So next time I'll go with something 5.8 or something.
Yeah.
Something more than that.
Yeah, I got a little bit, but it's definitely sort of bokeh, but not really. But it's just
bokeh. I mean, bokeh essentially means blur, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything with any kind of blur, and then we are free to define it as per. That's why I put the shot of train, because that is also a kind of blur, right?
Yep, it is. Yep.
So
yeah, I don't think it's cheating at all using 2.8.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's how you achieve bokeh in the first place.
You gotta have the tool, and then you gotta know how to use it.
That's true. It's not cheating. It's the easy way out. Yeah.
There's
Right.
Believe me, there's plenty of people. There's plenty of people with those lenses that have no idea how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people walking around with f1.8s or whatever, and have never used it for what it can do.
Sure.
Yeah. I agree.
Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, it's good finish, and yeah, we got the two alternatives here on Raj's shot. Very cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
like
I
this
think-
one. I like the Frank's edit. I definitely like it a lot.
Yeah,
And,
Thanks, man.
that's a good.
I would like to achieve something. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll take the shot and I'll put a black and white layer, and I'll put the blending mode as overlay, and then I think I'll get all the details of the cap,
Mm-hmm.
and the colors will remain the same.
Yeah,
Something like
that might be a good option. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Only
hey,
for-
great show, guys. That is fantastic. Exactly what I hope that we could do with this show is just kind of learn from each other's images, because that's the aim. That's the focus of the show, I guess. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. We all want to become best photographer in the world.
Yeah, bet as good as we can. Yeah, that's improve it and get better and have more fun doing it. So I appreciate everybody participating. I've got some dinner cooking I got to get to. It's
Yep.
getting late. Getting
Sure.
late or early for you, Raj. It's now
Yeah. It's 5 o'clock.
almost 5. Almost 5.
Yeah, 5:10.
Time to have your tea, I guess, in the morning.
Yeah. I'll have it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you participating.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Frank.
Thank you.
See you, Wes.
Thank you.
Raj. Take care. And hope
Bye.
you
See ya.
next
See ya,
week.
Frank. See ya, Wiz.
See you
Bye.
guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Dinner.